Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So this is gonna be a tutorial, the first tutorial in a while, how to how to install a new storage drive or connect a new storage drive into your computer. And yes, I know, I downgraded my setup. And the reason why is because one, I got a new keyboard, but compared to my old keyboard, I know this one's a gaming keyboard, RGB and stuff, nice spacebar, but still. I use this keyboard for convenience sake. Look at the shortcuts it has. Right here too. These three buttons right here don't work. And this one, the messenger button doesn't work. The log off or sleep button doesn't work. But what this one does, this one's obvious. Play, stop, previous, next, volume up, down. This opens your media, so like if you have a CD or CD-ROM drive or DVD drive, Blu-ray, Ultra HD Blu-ray, who cares? You can listen to music on a CD or burned CD. Mail opens your Microsoft Mail. Web/home opens Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge, whatever your default browser is. And calculator opens the calculator, obviously. This is not what I'm going to be installing. Actually, this thing is loose. Anyway, this is not what I'm going to be installing. This one has some sort of like 9-pin connector that I don't have, and I don't really know what it is, so I'm trying to find a cable for it anyway. Jump cut. I'm sorry about that. One of the dogs were whining. Anyway, this is what I'm going to be connecting in the tutorial. Now, what we're going to be using, we're not using any like old ways of connecting. Say, for example, IDE interface or a PATA power, like the 4-pin or the IDE ribbon cable. We're going full SATA for this one. So sorry, but most computers nowadays use SATA, not IDE or PATA power. Anyway, jump cut so I can get everything ready. Alright guys, I have my PC laid on its side. I had to move some stuff. Now, what you're gonna want to do, and if you're wondering, no, for my PC you don't need a key to open it. It's screwed on. There's only one screw on each side. Who cares? So what you're gonna want to do, but if you do need a key, yes, please grab the key and open it that way. But most computers just have a screw or 2 screws holding the thing on. Anyway, what you're going to want to do is unscrew this. And before that even, I'm going to turn on my flash. Look through the vents in your PC. Look at which side your motherboard is on. My motherboard is on the opposite side, so that's good. You always want to unscrew the part of the PC where the motherboard is on the opposite side so that you can get to it. Right, so I unscrewed that. There's a thing under here, but I usually like to press my fingers up against this vent and use my grip from my palm to slide it off. But anyway, you slide it off and it may get stuck. Just wiggle it around a little bit, and there you go. Or there I go. And now you guys can see what parts I have in my PC. 700 watt. Or I'll go over what I have in my PC real quick. 700 watt power supply. Yep. An up here fan with LEDs. Another LED up here fan, and this cooler as a fan. And the Ryzen 3 4-core 4-thread. G-Skill, or two 8GB G-Skill RAM sticks, so I have 16 gigs of RAM. A Wi-Fi chip, and M.2 500GB SSD. A Kingston SSD, 128GB, I'm pretty sure, because it only has like 111 gigs of space. And yes, this is PATA, not SATA. So if you find this, that's for like older drives and stuff. Like a very old hard disk drive, I think. Probably not, but I know old CD-ROM drives with IDE use that. Anyway, my CD-ROM drive, a card reader, which doesn't work. And here's the back of my CD-ROM drive. That's what we're connecting. And yeah, that's what I have. And a second SSD. But this one I use primarily for my games. This one has 480 gigabytes on it. And yeah. And a mini motherboard, I think. I can't tell if this is ITX or DTX, I don't know. It's made by Asus. Prime A320M. That's the motherboard I have. Anyway, I don't have a graphics card in here because the ports are directly on the motherboard. So I don't need an external graphics card, but I can always add one. Because there's a thing there to add an extra graphics card. And these I need to use a Dremel to get rid of, I'm pretty sure. Or actually, no, I could just peel them off. Or break the tabs and get them, but I'm not going to do that anytime soon. Anyway, enough of that. So, you know, what you're going to want to do, this is misaligned for some reason, but I unlocked these ahead of time because they were kind of hard to unlock, but you're going to want to push them forward. Well, that's why it's coming out, it's locked. Anyway, keep the card reader in there. Oops. Crap, I pushed it out. Anyway, I need to take that thing out. I'll take it out, who cares? Jump cut. Alright, I got the card reader out. It has a weird, like, 9-pin connector that I don't have a cable for, and I can't connect it to the motherboard to read SD cards or memory sticks or anything, but who cares? This interface is SATA 3, so 6 gigabits per second. That's the speed. First thing you're going to want to do is, of course, take the CD-ROM drive out, or take your storage drive and another jump cut. Alright, sorry about that. My CD-ROM drive got stuck on something, but as you can see, I mean, this one is DVD burner, but this one uses the SATA interface. So first thing you're going to want to do is, of course, put it in an available spot on the PC. And you're going to want to look for a SATA power like this right here. Now if I show you guys, it has kind of an L kind of shape on it. You're going to want to plug it into the big port on the thing, the SATA power port. And I know, guys, there's a lot of jump cuts. So, align the thing. Actually, I don't even need a jump cut for this. Well, first of all, lock it in place so it doesn't move around. You're going to want to lock it in place first. And then plug it in. I'll jump cut this so it's easier. Alright, so I got it in. The SATA power, you don't have to worry about finding the other end. It's all connected to the power supply. And you're going to want to make sure no cables touch the fans or anything, or else it's going to be annoying and they could chop the cable apart. You don't want that, but anyway, you're going to grab your SATA data cable, which is the small one. Again, focus. Unfocus. I mean, focuses, then unfocuses at the same time. Come on. Okay, there we go. Has kind of an L shape, like the SATA power. So you're going to want to align the cable. This one's easier to put in, but you're going to want to align the cable. And this tab right here, you push it down and take it out if you want to take it out. But again, you're going to want to align the cable and plug it in. And again, this is a 6 gigabits per second cable, so the speed is high. If you get a low speed one, your thing is going to take forever to load. And my flash turned off because of my battery. So I gotta turn the light on. So you're gonna look for a SATA port on the motherboard, like those two down there. These other two are taken by both of these SSDs. Both of these SSDs are taking up these two ports. The M.2 is connected to the motherboard itself, so it doesn't take up a SATA port. Who knows? It might not. I don't know. But here, where is it? Here it is. You're gonna want to plug it in to a port on the motherboard. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay. Plugged in. And now you should be set. Now all you got to do is turn on the PC and hope for the best, plan for the worst. And by that I mean see if your PC reads it and like registers it as a new drive. But anyway, your computer will have a limited amount of SATA ports. Maybe it'll have IDE interface and some PATA ports on it, like mine, but I don't know. Now, some of them, keep in mind that some could have PATA power, but SATA data and SATA power. They could have two different powers. You don't want to plug in both powers at once. Over voltage can be a problem. It could fry your drive. And say that's your drive with your operating system and stuff on it. You don't want that to happen. So yeah, don't plug in two at once because it'll overvolt the thing. Anyway, I got my CD drive plugged in. Now let's put this plate back on. I don't know if it's a chassis or a plate, or I don't know, I just call it a plate. Alright, so I have it aligned. Should just snap back on. Oh wait, it did snap back on already. I'll put this back in my computer to fill this hole. Actually, align it. want it to be perfectly in there. Alright. And again, make sure it's locked in place. If it's not, it'll wobble around, so you push it, it goes further in the PC, you're going to have to take it apart, push it back in. It gets annoying if you keep doing that over and over again, but who would? Alright. So, put this back on. Hold on. Alright, there we go. And screw it back on to secure it into place. Now jump cut so I can set everything up again and see if the drive works. And just so you know, I had this drive connected before. I just had to use the data cable from it so I could connect my 480 gigabyte SSD in there. I'll turn the light off. It was connected before, but I had to use the data cable for another drive. So now that I got more, it's connected again. So let's set everything up and see if it works. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I accidentally turned my phone off, so this is my camera running again. But anyway, flip the power on. And yes, this keyboard is old. It plugs into the purple PS2 port on the computer. And no, it's not a PS2 controller port or memory card port. The port is PS/2, not PS2. Anyway, I'm gonna have to edit this video and put them put both parts together. Anyway, turn on the PC. It's connected to power, so it already turns on. Just so you guys know, that was the laser moving. Sorry. Closed by itself. I don't know why I did that, but I have a blank disc in there so I can burn stuff onto it, you know. But once the PC turns on, it should open a window in the File Explorer with no data on the disk. And about the second monitor, I took it off because I didn't really like having two monitors. Plus, the picture quality was kind of bad since it was going through the converter on the HDMI. Sorry. Alright. So we'll go in the File Explorer because the thing didn't pop up yet. We'll go in the File Explorer. This PC. And as you can see, the drive is connected. And I got the main SSD with the operating system on it. The M.2. The DVD. And the game SSD, or the 480 gigabyte Kingston. This folder is empty. You can even take the disk out. Works without a disk. Please insert a disk. Huh. Even recognizes when there's no disk. Nice. right? And yes, it does work. So that's good to know. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching my video on how to connect a drive to your computer using SATA. This will work on, sorry about the shaking. This will work on a CD drive, a hard disk drive that supports SATA, or at least pay to power. And by hard disk drive, maybe you'll see something that says HDD, that's short for hard disk drive. Anyway, CD drive, hard disk drive, and SSDs. It'll work. So, thank you guys for watching.